One moment, I was navigating a dense jungle. The next, I was standing here. The air is different. The ground feels new. This isn't Earth. A strange message appeared in my mind. It told me I am now a lord. I have my own territory. A small piece of land to call my own. This world is vast, wild, and full of unknown dangers. It's a complete reset. Everyone from my old world is here, facing the same challenge. We are all lords now, scattered across this massive, untamed landscape. Survival is no longer just about me against nature. It's about building a future from scratch with new rules and new threats lurking just beyond sight. Before me stands a simple wooden cabin. It's basic, but it offers shelter, a place to rest my head and plan my next move. Next to it, a small shed, good for storage. Keeping supplies dry and safe is critical in any survival situation. These are my starting assets, the foundation of everything to come. The land stretches out for 100 yards in every direction. It's not much, but it's mine to defend. This is my base of operations, my fortress, my home. Every decision I make from this point forward will determine whether this small plot of land becomes a thriving settlement or a forgotten ruin. Around my territory, I see a shimmering, transparent dome, a protective barrier. The message in my head explained its purpose. It will keep me safe for 7 hours, not a minute more. When that time is up, it will vanish. Then the real test begins. The barrier is a gift, a precious window of opportunity to prepare for what lies outside. It's a temporary shield against the horrors of this world. I must use every second wisely. Complacency is a killer. 7 hours might seem like a long time, but in a world this hostile, it's a blink of an eye. The world outside the barrier is a mystery. I can see dark forests, jagged mountains, and strange, twisted trees. I hear guttural roars and unnatural screeches in the distance. These are not the sounds of any animal I know. This world is teeming with monsters, creatures of nightmare. And it's not just the beasts I need to worry about. Every other person from Earth is also a lord, building their own territory. Some will be allies, many will be rivals. They will be hungry for resources, for land, for power. The greatest danger might just be my fellow man. My first priority is to get my bearings and start working. Inside the cabin, I find a strange glowing table. The summoning table. This is the key to building my force. The system allows me to summon 10 soldiers and 10 civilians for free, once every day. This is a lifeline, I don't hesitate. I place my hands on the table and focus. 10 spearmen, clad in simple leather armor, appear before me. Beside them, 10 civilians ready to work. They look to me for orders. I am their lord. Their survival now depends on my leadership. These 20 souls are my entire community, my first line of defense and my only workforce. With my people assembled, I need to assign tasks immediately. Time is wasting. The 7-hour barrier won't last forever. I send the 10 civilians out to gather resources. You, start chopping down these trees for wood. You, start breaking these rocks for stone. Wood for buildings, stone for walls. These are the basic materials for survival. Every log, every piece of stone is a step toward security. I instruct them to stay within the barrier. We don't know what happens if you step outside. I won't risk my people. Not yet. The work is hard, but they are determined. While the civilians work, my 10 soldiers have a different job. They are my eyes and my shield. I position them strategically around the perimeter of my territory, just inside the barrier. Their job is to watch, to learn. What kind of threats are out there? How do the monsters move? What are their patterns? Information is as valuable as any resource. These soldiers are not just guards, they are my intelligence unit. Their observations will be crucial for planning our defense when the barrier finally falls. A well-prepared mind is the sharpest weapon you can have. My role is to manage everything. I oversee the resource gathering, ensuring a steady supply of wood and stone. I check on my soldiers, gathering their reports, and I begin planning our defenses. Where will we build our first wall? Where is the most likely direction of attack? I need to build a simple workshop first. This will allow the civilians to craft better tools and basic defenses like wooden spikes. Every upgrade, no matter how small, increases our chances of seeing the next sunrise. There is no room for error. Every action must have a purpose. The initial resources are flowing in, but it's not enough. 20 people are a start, but I need more. The summoning table has another function. I can use a special resource called soul crystals to summon more units. These crystals are rare. They are dropped by monsters and can sometimes be found in hidden chests. This creates a clear objective. To get stronger, I must face the danger. I must hunt the monsters. It's a classic risk versus reward scenario. The more danger I am willing to face, the faster my territory can grow. For now, I have no crystals, so I must rely on my initial force. The civilians have gathered a decent pile of wood and stone. It's time to build. My first project is a crude wooden wall. It won't stop a determined assault, but it will slow attackers down. It channels them, forcing them into a kill zone of my choosing. I direct the civilians to start construction on the side facing the darkest part of the forest, where the noises are loudest. A simple wall creates a bottleneck. This is a fundamental tactic of defense. Control the battlefield. Don't let the enemy dictate the terms of the fight. Every piece of wood they lay is another layer of hope against the coming darkness. Next, I need to think about upgrades. The cabin and shed are level 1. The summoning table is also basic. By investing resources, I can upgrade these structures. Upgrading the cabin might provide better rest or unlock new options. Upgrading the shed increases storage space. Most importantly, upgrading the summoning table might allow me to summon stronger troops, perhaps swordsmen or even archers. Technology is key. Moving from primitive spears to bows and arrows would be a massive advantage. I designate a portion of our wood and stone for upgrading the workshop first. Better tools mean faster gathering and building. As the hours tick by, the sounds from outside the barrier grow more frequent. I see shadowy figures moving between the trees, large wolf-like creatures with glowing red eyes, vultures the size of men circling overhead. The world is showing its teeth. My 10 spearmen look nervous, but they hold their ground. Their courage gives the civilians hope. It's a fragile ecosystem of morale. My confidence keeps the soldiers steady, and their steadiness keeps the workers focused. We are a chain, and I am the first link. I cannot break. The sun is beginning to set. The barrier will fall soon. The 7th hour is ending. The air grows cold. A final warning pulses through my mind, and then the shimmering barrier dissolves into nothing. We are exposed. The sounds of the wild rush in, louder and more terrifying than before. The night belongs to the monsters. My 10 spearmen stand ready behind the new wooden wall. It's not much, but it's home. The civilians are hiding in the cabin, armed with wood axes and sharpened sticks. Not ideal, but everyone must be prepared to fight. This is it, the ultimate test of our preparation. The first wave is coming. From the darkness they emerge, a pack of a dozen goblin-like creatures armed with crude clubs and rusty blades. They are small and ugly, but their eyes burn with a malicious hunger. They screech and charge straight for our wall. My strategy is simple: funnel and destroy. They are forced to approach the single opening we left in the wall. This prevents them from surrounding us. My spearmen form a tight shield wall at the gap. "Hold the line!" I shout. The first goblin reaches the wall and my lead spearman thrusts forward. First blood. The fight has begun. The battle is chaotic and brutal. The goblins are weak individually, but they are ferocious. They claw at the shields and try to swarm my men, but my soldiers are disciplined. They hold their formation, jabbing with their spears, pushing the enemy back. 2 against 1, sometimes 3 against 1 at the choke point. This is where the wall proves its worth. It turns their advantage in numbers into a disadvantage. I stand behind my men, ready to fill any gap, a spear in my hand. A leader fights alongside his people. It shows them you are willing to share the risk. Slowly, we turn the tide. One by one, the goblins fall. The last one turns to flee, but is struck down by a thrown spear. Silence returns, broken only by our heavy breathing. We did it. We survived the first wave. Several of my soldiers are wounded, but none are dead. We collect the loot from the fallen goblins, a few copper coins, and to my relief, 2 glowing soul crystals. These are the seeds of our future strength. The night is far from over, but we have proven we can stand and fight. Tomorrow, we will be stronger. In this new world, you survive one night at a time. Quick, smart decisions are the only things that separate the living from the dead.